すぐそばのレーンが伸びる小さな看板見落とさないで、あなたにお似合いぴったりと来る人探してあげる街の結婚相談所。そんな女はさっさとやめて、もっと会う人他にいるよ。昨日整理した資料の段ボール慌てて探すの街の結婚相談所。お好きな人を選んで秘密を守るからパパンパパラパパパパラ、小柄で可愛い人なら彼女は料理上手なの。お好きな人を選 そばのレーンが伸びる小さな看板見落とさないであなたにお似合いぴったりと来る人探してあげる街の結婚相談所
Soy un soñador con la bandera en mi mano, la bandera roja con el símbolo de paz. Por un cielo despejado, libre de misiles, canto por la vida, canto por la amistad. La 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 la. Hablo con la voz de hijos, padres y hermanos. Y aunque nos repriman, no nos vamos a callar. Por eso te imploro, rompe los fusiles. Canta por la vida, canta por la amistad. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido quiere libertad. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido quiere libertad.
Good evening. Sorry. Good evening. As you can see, anyone who was here yesterday, no, not yesterday, Thursday, can see that there's a few changes. Hopefully everything's working. It was a second ago, but if it doesn't, I'll swap onto a different screen so that it's not just a whole bunch of empty space. So I'm working on the lines for this cowgirl, and I have to say, I said yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure the arms are way off. I don't know what I was thinking. So I took some reference pictures, but I'm not going to show you, because we might be close, but we're not seeing each other in pajama clothes, you know, like that's, nah. But at least I have references now to go on for the hands. Says something. What? Yeah. So the arms that I was drawing it last time, it's like they're way off. This one's not too bad. I think it's still a little bit small though. So I'm just gonna restart them completely. I think so, hang on. Does it? Yes, it does. It's, yeah. The font was too small. I tried to test it out earlier and the font was too small, but I think it's working. I think it looks, I think it's doing alright now. So this time, I think this original arm size is actually correct. And this arm, I think I just need to make it a bit bigger. A bit more like that, I think. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Still a bit of an old angle, but I think it's alright. So those lines might actually be fine. Yeah, I think I can work with that. Okay. See, it's about this time where I should really, you know, label my layers. But of course I don't. Who needs to label the layers? Yeah, I think this arm is, I think it needs to move a little bit further down there. But it's better than the other arm. The other arm's pretty... Okay. Fine. It's getting too confusing. This is hair. Oh, shoot. I was drawing the wrong layer. There we go. Sorry, I appear to be losing my voice a bit already. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a better angle. Okay. I'm hoping I can get a lot done today, because I usually post drawings on Sundays, and because I've been setting up all sorts of stream stuff, I've been a little distracted this week, so I haven't managed to finish any drawings this week. That's okay though. I need to hang out with you guys. And I think now that most of the setup's done and everything, I'll have more time like next week, so that'll be good. God, hands look strange. Doesn't matter what you do. That's not true. There's some people who are amazing at drawing hands. I'm so jealous of them. People who just sort of go, oh yeah, here's a hand. I'm like, okay, here's a hand. That's about as good as I can do freehand. So annoying. That's okay though. Everyone's got to be bad at something. And you can always get better as well. Just with time and practice. And by not putting your fingers too close together so that they look like they're connected. That would help too. That's a bit better. Oh goodness. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Thank you for lurking. Yeah, I'm not the most techie person out there, so setting up stream was all this stuff was a bit of a mission. That's okay, I got it working. But there was a few times I was just like, oh god, should I just give up? No. Power through. Power through. It'll be fine. Yeah. I had to update my OBS as well. That's too long or something? Once I finish the hands, it's gonna take me like 20 seconds and then all the colour will be done. Is it hands? Sorry, I'm complaining a bit too much about these hands. But I'm just, hands. There's this one, I actually posted a story on Instagram about it. I was just like, I was so tired one night and I was trying to draw these hands and I just couldn't unsee like a snake with a buff body. Like, if this was the snake, and then it had like, it was just, I don't know how to describe it. I was just like, what is wrong with my brain when I'm tired? So hopefully we don't get any of that. At the same time, might be a bit entertaining. My sleep-deprived brain turning drawings into strange things. Okay, I think that's... Oopsies. One way. Is it too small? I think it's too small. Okay. Okay. Let's try making it a little bigger. Doesn't help my hands are a little, I don't know how to describe them. They're a little like pudgy, I guess. Like I've got short fingers, so whenever I draw like my own hands, and obviously I use my own hands for reference because I can get the position right. I need to like extend the fingers slightly because my fingers are short and they look a bit funny when you're using them as reference. Well, when I'm using them as reference, I should say. I don't know if any of you would want to use my hands for reference. It's a bit strange. Unless you really needed someone with small fingers, short fingers. Yeah, because this is the thumb. This is connecting here, which isn't very appealing. Okay. Yeah, something about this just isn't looking right to me. And oh my god, I can't figure out what it is. I'm gonna just try moving it over a little bit, see if that fixes it, and if it doesn't, then I'll move on to the other hand and come back to it later. It's always good to do that. If you can't figure out what's going on, it's like, just give it a second. Just leave it, come back to it, and something should hopefully jump out at you. And if it doesn't, then, well... damn. Give it more time, I guess. Maybe. I think that might be a little bit better. No. Okay, yeah. Other arm. Which I'm just gonna erase the other arm. Because the other arm is, it's just not right at all. Oh no. I'm gonna have to mentally flip the reference picture I took. I used the wrong arm. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. So I think this original sketch had a bit of length, and I ended up shortening it for some reason. out there. I mean... Okay. I think that's about right. Still feels a bit... Yeah. Okay, the proportions in the drawing are just going to be a little interesting, I think. And hopefully I can fix them, but... I don't want to, something I do a lot, and I really shouldn't. Like, this is one of the really bad habits I have, is I just sort of start colouring. I'm like, I haven't finished the hands, it's fine. And I'll just start colouring. Which means that, I end up having to, like, go back and fix stuff. And it's something that I really need to stop doing. Need to, actually finish line art before I move on to colours, because then I'll have something to colour. Oh. On the other hand, oh my god. Okay, let's just... Basket handle. Start with basket handle. Some of that. Okay. Now. Should be there-ish. That's correct. I mean... My thumb's not bad. It's just the rest of the hand now. Yay! Barely even looking at my reference now. And I don't think I got the angle right. It's the problem when you can't find a handle that's quite the right shape. Making it up. Just like, this is kind of close. It wasn't. This band is really underrated. Most people only know one song by them. This is Stereogram, they're a New Zealand band. Most people only know Walkie Talkie Man. Chances are you know the song, because it got really, really quite famous. But most people don't know anything else that they do. It's so unfortunate. They're really good. I don't think thumbs look like that. No, they don't. Join. 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 In theory, that's what thumbs look like. Oh my god. It's a bit jittery, this line. Because I didn't do it all nice and smooth. Because I couldn't figure out what thumbs look like. Love that. Hand. This finger smaller. Okay. So that's where I'm at. So those need to go up high. The knuckles need to go a little higher. So this bit's actually correct. I don't think this line's correct though, but the bend's there. And yeah, so just erase that and move these up a little bit. Oopsies. Okay. I think. You know, I might give up. I still need to draw the frills, to be fair, so I might just, I might stop and draw the frills and then come back to the hands in a little while, because this is just not working out for me. That's okay. It happens sometimes. Wow. More than I'd like. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped to see it finish too, and hopefully the hands look a little bit nicer. Because these hands look a little wild. At least the arm looks better now. That's not where that would go. Okay. So yeah, let's add frills, because this is not working out for me. Frills. We can do frills. I can't do all the frills, so I don't know exactly where the arms are. Oh my god. It's the things that I love about art. It's just like, you want frills? You gotta finish the horrible bit first. You're sitting there like, not the hands. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Done enough frills. I can do more. Where are they? There. Along here, along there, along there, along here. Is that all? Oh. Oh, that's like none. See what I mean? Frills are just squiggly lines. I mean, technically you could describe all art as just, oh, it's still just squiggly lines. But something about frills, if you just kind of go, oh yeah, no, it's just, they're just squiggles, makes it so much easier to draw. So you don't worry as much about it. Except that one, you should worry about that one probably. That's better. Need to clean this up a little bit too. Whee. Not happy with that. Alright, let's do like that. The sound effects are important. Okay, I'm just gonna make this a little bit lighter so that I can actually see what's happening with the frills. There we go. So, basically what I've done is this shape. Whee! And that. That's like the basic shape for frills. And then the bottom follows along with that a little bit, generally. Not completely. Like that. And then this is the bends. The bends. It's not the bends. That's a condition divers and pilots get. But the folds are like that, so they're going in and out and in and out like that. And look, frills. But I get lazy, and I kind of like the way that they look when they're a little bit looser, and some of them aren't quite folded right. Because if you ever actually stop and like look at frills, they're usually not super consistent. Like someone's just shoved it through a sewing machine and just like, yeah, close enough. So I take a similar approach. And it's alright, as long as you make sure that you know, like, oh, if I'm looking at it from this angle, like, that line would be there. This bit, basically, that I'm doing now, this is way more important than getting the initial lines correct. Because it can be a little confusing doing this. Trying to make it look clear. It's also kind of nice if you like make them kind of like how I drew them before, like that. See, loose. I drew them quite square down like that, but if you have it kind of going in like this, it makes them look like they're puffing out a little bit, which looks nice. So I like to do that. Well, not everyone. Someone's probably sitting out there just being like, this feels so horrible. How dare she do them like this? But that's okay. There's probably like 1,000 ways to draw frills, honestly. This is just how I do it. And it's pretty low effort. And I appreciate that. And obviously, it's not like I'm a traditional artist. I've got this lovely thing called Ctrl-Z, so if the line doesn't look right, I can just undo it. I feel a lot of sympathy for people who do traditional art. I'm like, I could never, honestly. No, I sketch, but something about like the idea of just, oh yeah, that line, even if you hate it, it's stuck. Like, it's not completely, obviously. If you're drawing with pencil, then you have an eraser. And if you're painting, then you can paint over it, but it's still, there's a lot less you can do if you screw up. And when you screw up, sometimes, you know, that costs, you know. This just costs me time. Not $1,000 paints or whatever.
Don't be blue. Don't you be blue. I'll be faithful. I'll be true. Always true. True to you. There is only.
This is the same playlist I played yesterday. Somehow it has way less city pop, what is it? City funk or something like that. City pop, I think it's one of those. I don't know how. Just decided to test the copyright system, I suppose. Kind of want to keep on talking because I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna pick up Elvis. It probably will. So now I'm just going through and making sure that, like I said, if you look at actual frills, they're not very nice and flat and consistent. You can do that. It's just a pain. I mean, when you're sewing, when you're drawing it, it's possibly easier in some ways. But making the actual connection line a little bit wobbly as well, a little bit wavered, makes them look so much more three-dimensional as well, I find. So there we go. That's the first frill done. We'll see. There we go. Nice. Those look nice. I feel like, I think I said this yesterday. Not yesterday, oh my god, I don't think it was yesterday, but it wasn't. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. So it still feels like Friday for me. Anyway, last time, I can't remember what I was saying. That's also another problem. You don't have enough sleep. Oh god. That's it. Okay. Last time I said it feels a bit empty around her arms. I still think that. And I'm kind of wondering, I know I've just finished doing the lineup of the arms. I'm kind of wondering maybe I should do, whoopsies. Do like long sleeves. It might help make her feel more proportionate. Because I think her head might be a little small. But I'm not sure. I really don't want that to be the case. I think there's just something wrong with the arms. They have to be too small. They have to be. There's no other... That feels better. They still feel a little... Maybe it's short. There we go. Again. Thank you, digital art. Nah, if I was doing traditional, I just wouldn't let it get to the point where I needed to move this. That's how they do it. They just get good. I think that's a lot better. Yay! Okay. And then the other arm needs to also get big. Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting that the shoulders also attach that arm. Haha, the shoulders attach the arm. You'd hope so. Okay. And then... Oh, that's so much better. Flipping canvases. Just... It's actually really funny, because obviously you can just, you know, there's a flip canvas button, so I can just flip it any way I want. You watch traditional artists do it? I don't know why. I haven't even watched any like traditional art streams or anything recently, so I'm just like, why am I thinking about traditional art so much? They'll just like grab a mirror, like they just grab a mirror and they're like, okay, how do I flip this? Just grab a mirror and like... so funny. It's not that funny. It's actually really good. It's really clever. I just find it funny because obviously I don't need to do that. So it's just like, we just have that built in. Imagine paper. Well, I guess that's a Cintiq, isn't it? I was gonna say, imagine paper that, oh no. That you could just like flip canvas on. But it's just a Cintiq. Okay. I can't use Cintiqs. They hurt my eyes. At least the last time I used one. And that was a while ago. So maybe the new ones are less eye damaging. But yeah, the ones that that I've tried, they really hurt my eyes. Really hurt my eyes. Like okay, so the first Cintiq I used, it like I could see the flashing of the screen, and so it's like because you're sitting there and you're looking at the screen, it's like flashing. And oh my god, that like instant headache, instant like I had to go and sit in the corner and close my eyes. And then the last one that I used, it was at a convention. They had like the Wacom thing, so I like went and tried a Cintiq, and it still hurt my eyes, but way less. But I'm so comfortable with like these ones. I've got one of these. I kind of prefer it. Like, I don't know if I'd ever swap to the Cintiq just because I'm so used to this now. I've considered it, but I don't want to buy something that costs thousands of dollars or hundreds. Probably thousands. I don't know. They're expensive. Only to find out that they still hurt my eyes. So I keep on just looking at tablets being like, if my one breaks, which one am I gonna get? Because I always worry, you know? Like, if my tablet breaks, then I have to sort something out really quick. So Let's keep in mind, like, which one would I get? Because the last one I had was this exact one. It broke. It died on me, and it took like 2 months or something. Like, was it this one? I can't remember, but there was a few of us that, like, our tablets we all bought tablets around the same time, and all of them were the same one, and they all just died. I'm like, what the hell? So I ended up, because I needed it for school at that point. So I ended up getting like the same one, or I think maybe the slightly upgraded version or something. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, no, it's like I've been thinking about it ever since then. I'm just like, do I really want another Wacom? Probably not gonna get another Wacom. They're expensive. And there are some other really cool looking tablets out there. What have I done? Should be up here somewhere. Okay. I think it's under the hair. Oh. I renamed everything and then I unnamed them somehow? Cool. Nice. Don't know if I've said this yet, but get enough sleep. Because sleep deprivation does some crazy things with your brain. No, the most I've gone without sleep was I think 42 hours with no sleep. I think. I don't recommend it. But I frequently don't get enough sleep. So, I'm used to it. There's some people who will miss like one night of sleep and they're so dead, and I'm like, because for me it's like that's just a every other day kind of problem. Because I frequently don't get enough sleep. I have to get at least like I have to get 8 hours a night. So either 8 or 9, 8, 9 or 10 really. Or else I'm just dead. But like most people, they're like, oh yeah, I'm fine on like 6, and then they come in with 5 hours sleep, and they're just, it's like me on with no sleep. It's so funny. It's not funny. Okay, I think that. Oh, that looks a lot better. Yay. Now that things are starting to actually look alright, I can start merging my line layers. So usually I only have one line layer, or I'll have 2. I have like eyelashes and freckles in separate layers sometimes, just because they overlap with things, and because I use a colour fill. I'd like to just turn them off while I'm doing that kind of thing. But, which is why they're all the way up here. I actually need to move this eyelash because it's floating. And we don't need floating eyelashes. That would actually be interesting. Can you imagine? Like, because they have these crazy magnetic eyelashes nowadays. I don't wear much makeup, so it's really crazy to me. Like, I wear makeup every now and then, but not enough to warrant magnetism being near my eye. Magnets, I should say, not magnetism. But yeah, so they got like these magnets, but could you imagine, like, you could just get like a magnet eyeliner or whatever, and then you have like this floating eyelashes. That'd be fun. Cool. I mean, they probably wouldn't be eyelashes, they'd be like gems or something. Let's add some more freckles. She doesn't have enough. This actually probably is going to help my problem of thinking that the arms don't have enough on them. Freckles are fantastic. You have to watch out. I've seen some people draw freckles and like they'll use a brush or whatever, and I'm like, sweet, save yourself some time. But they frequently will like forget that like there are bits that you don't generally, because I have a lot of freckles, but like I don't have like any. I'll show that. There we go. There we go. So I don't really have any like here. I've got like one there and there, but I don't have any like right down there. And I've seen people draw people with freckles, and they'll have like ones like right in there, and it's like, you don't really get freckles in there. Like, you've got to have so many freckles to have freckles in there, and even then you probably wouldn't have many. So, yeah, it's just a funny little thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with her ears. Like, I was thinking maybe I'll do like, and her hair, like the colouring, because obviously the classic cow is black and white, but I was thinking maybe brown and white. Yeah, that might be cute. I actually have a mole right on that bone. I might give it to her. That's a... Okay, I figured out what's wrong with her arm. This arm, at least. One of the problems. One of the many problems. There's a bone there. Oh wow, her arm looks a bit better. Anatomy. What did I do? I turned off the front. There. I was on the eraser and I didn't realise. It's like, why isn't this drawing? It's the wrong tool. Boom. Actually, mine's slightly off. It's there. That's really fun. I used to draw like constellations and the freckles on my arms. Summer pastime in school when I should have been learning. Who needs learning? Where have I drawn this? Oh, down here. Okay. Oh. Oh, of course. I should delete that. Delete mask. Yeah, I'll just erase things now. I'm happy. Oh, but the cow's little face. That's cool. I'm gonna erase the cow's face. It's an annoying little thing. I don't like it when there's like tiny little bits. Like, for example, yes, the cow's ear hits here. I tend to just remove little things like that. Because they, it can look just a little bit like a random thing. There we go. The cow is safe. If I want the cow back. But that can look also a bit strange. Yeah, so this needs to move over. I'll redo that. That probably would help if I got this angle right. I think maybe I'll do a actual fold on it. Let's do an actual fold. And then like that. It's getting stretched slightly, so let's do it like that. There we go. Yay! It's finally starting to come together. Told you, messy process. Looks fine in the end. See? Wow, frills. See? Okay. Let's do these ones. I can't even decide on the size of an eraser. It's always like either too big or too small. Like, it's never the perfect size. Just right out of the gate. Never. Not once. Not. I erased too much. Nothing happened. I've actually drawn that on the wrong line. Look. See? Oh well. It'll all be merged together soon anyway. But I need to, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. and move this down here so that I can make sure that it's the right right length. Sure, I'll use this. So it should be about that length. And then on the other side. I mean, I could technically just sort of blob, there we go, done. But I'm not that nice to myself. Is it 14? Yes, it's 14. Whee. And now that can go. Yeah. Ooh. That's not where it should be. Inset. See, sometimes not labeling things is a good thing. Now these ones are kind of facing down, like these ones are facing up, so you see more of the like pattern like that. But these ones will be facing down. So you draw them slightly differently. Not dramatically. There's still ones that are going to pop up strangely. But generally speaking, if there's one that's like this shape, it won't look like it's doing, like if this is the thing, it won't look like it's going like that. Because you're seeing it from upwards, so it's just going to kind of look like this. Like different layers. Instead of the curvy lines. So it's good to add some more of the sort of more like overlapping lines instead of the having a consistent curling pattern. You can see I sort of did it up there as well. But that doesn't actually make that much sense. That's fine. They're frills. Frills don't need to make sense. As long as they give you the right like feeling, right? Like as long as you look at it and go, oh yeah, those are frills, then it doesn't actually matter if it's accurate to what frills actually look like. But that's all. Just in general. I think those look right. I've got to do a lot of erasing for these ones. Like, look at that. Frills, where are you? There. I already had them. Okay. That one should actually be there. It's the arms. And then it's this one. So I do the thing again. In Clip Studio, in Photoshop, I used to use Photoshop like a lot. Photoshop used to be my preferred thing, and then, you know, they got stupid. Photoshop's still fine. It actually does some things a bit better. But in Photoshop, you click delete and it will delete the layer. In Clip Studio, it will just sort of empty your layer, but it will keep the layer. And I do it all the time. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just remove this, delete, and then it's just like, no, it's still there. And then I get really confused. I'm like, what does this layer do? And I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at the whole canvas, flipping it on and off, going like, what does this do? Is it important if I delete it? Am I going to regret it for like a good long while? And I can't figure out what's going on here. Oh, I see. That's happening. Whee! It's from when I deleted the mask. And this one is actually might make that slightly more curved. Yeah. It's on this layer. No, it's not on that layer. What's it? There we go. Just to make the arm look a little bit more three-dimensional. It's actually really funny. I used to do this when I was still a little bit newer to art. So I've been drawing for a long time now. I used to give like half my characters striped clothing just to sort of be like, oh yeah, look, the arm looks fine, the arm looks natural because look, there's stripes. The stripes weren't actually that accurate to how they should have been, but it sort of helped. So there's some very striped characters in my past. Oh, this one looks a little bit more slug-like than the other ones. That's okay. Well, it might be okay. We'll see. We'll see if it's okay. Thing is, the armor's... I want to, like, flip it upwards. Because the arm's there. Just like that. No, that looks strange. I think it needs, bit of that, maybe. Yeah, that was right. Okay, it's just these ones down here. Oh, and then, oh, I think I should add some hair just in here. But otherwise, that will be the lines done. Oh, and I almost forgot about a basket. Okay, so I have, hang on, let's just remind myself. Right hair. The right hair, last frills, and the basket. Just make sure I get these done before I forget. Again, you got the sleep-deprived scatterbrain. Just like, what? I need to do what now? It's actually a wind in this picture. Realistically, all these frills should be angled that way. A little bit. Makes the drawing look stiffer. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cheat it. I'm just gonna add like a little bit of extra on the side on each one. Like that. And then if you flatten down the side. It's not perfect. Wow, look, it's going that way, but I think the side's gonna be harder to spoof. And do it like that. Okay. I think that one's fine. It kind of looks like it's being caught by the wind. Yeah. I'll do it properly with this one. Oh, it's getting a bit wide. Now it's a bit thin. That's okay. So I'm gonna do this. And that should make it look a little bit wider again. Okay. So now this time, I need to draw all of these little bits with just a slight lean. I might go through and fix the other. I'll look at it and see. Because obviously I've done this one a little bit more correctly. So if this one looks like dramatically out of place and strange, then I'll fix the others. I should probably fix the others just anyway. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be good. Maybe I won't be lazy for once. Sleep deprivation does strange things, you know, like I'm actually might go back and fix something. There's recently drew the penguin. And emperor penguins, they have this orange belt on their beak. And it's on the lower beak. So it's basically, if it was a person, it would be here. And I accidentally, on the one closer to the camera, I accidentally drew it on the upper lip. And I only realised when I'd finished. Like, I'd finished everything and I looked at it, I'm like, you know, I'm not an ornithologist. So I just left it out. I'm like, no one's gonna notice. I mean, now all of you know, but... it's still just, yeah, no. I have a tendency to just sort of like, if it's far enough along, I'll just leave something. I'll just be like, it's fine. I didn't see it, it's cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fix this though. Because that looks a little better. Damn. It's not that. It's really not that. It's just mildly painful. Wow, look. Wind. Oh, it's a freckle! Sneaky freckle. And those should be fine. If I zoom out, see, look at that movement. And now I have to do it for the others. Again, I think that this one might be fine, because I think that, like, if the wind's coming in, like, here, then it will be kind of catching it, sort of billowing out. So I think this one's fine. Might just make that a little bit bigger. Maybe I should... Actually, there's this one. Okay. It is time to get rid of some of these layers because I'm getting sick of this. Okay, get rid of that one layer. That one, go away. You, go away. That's better. Now it's, I need to figure out what are these? Sketch, 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 sketch. Those ones can all go. Keep the main sketch. Ah, oh, look how tidy that is. It'll get tidier because I'll just have one layer and it'll be called loins. Sorry, I have a tendency to call misspell things in my outline. I don't know what it's called in this the layers menu. I have a tendency to just like label things with the wrong spellings because why not? And I have a few specific misspellings that I do all the time. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit of effort. Wow. I need to fix all of this. Those will be fine. It's from about here. Those are fine. Need to be fixed. That bottom needs to be fixed. Yeah, it's basically just all the lines that aren't leaning. Because, like, they should all be facing like that instead of, you know, like that. Just how I had it. Because it's, like, moving with the wind, so it makes it feel more like everything's moving instead of, sort of the more static look, which I had before. That one's fine. I'm gonna leave some of these jutting out ones. Because a couple being the wrong way isn't the worst thing in the world. It's just when like most of them are. It's really what the problems are. It's when it looks a bit funny. It's just like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be a wind, but then like nothing's moving in the wind. Like I'm gonna fix this one. No, it's fine. It's not leaning as much as it could be, but that's okay. This one needs to be like that, which means this needs to be erased a little. And then this needs to be fixed as well. There we go. Frills, moving with wind. It's not the most energetic, but I think it's pretty decent. I'll keep this layer for now because I need to do the right hair bit and the basket, and that'll be easier on this layer. So this is the left hair bit, so I need to do that bit on the outside. So she's putting something behind her ear. I just sort of do this, imply it though, and then make it go like maybe like that. There we go. Now her hair is there. Her hand, sorry, is there for a reason. And then I need to do the basket. You know what that means? Curves. I've done that. And I'm doing that. Oh! That's pretty good. Just make it a little bit. So around there. Cool. Now I just need to draw something parallel. Ish. I like it not being perfectly parallel because it makes it feel more like I drew it, which is nice. It's always frustrating when it looks a little like you've done it and it looks a little automated and you're just like, but I did it! I drew that line 5 times, but I did it! There we go. Does that look like a basket? So I might just add like a little whee. Pattern. There we go. Lines for the character at least are done. So I can merge this down. This is the freckles / lashes. Might give her another couple eyelashes because cows have lovely eyelashes. So long, pretty. Cool. It's just the background lines. I'll deal with that later though. I want to color. I like coloring. Okay. Bay. Instead of base. And then we'll need blush and stuff. But I'll just leave all this one out. Yay! Can turn that off. Oh. Sheet. That's better. Okay. Now, I'm going to screw around with these settings a little bit because I feel like they're not as good as they could be. Sorry for the incredibly bright green. It's just helpful. Bleeds in quite nicely. Okay. No, I think that's alright. Her dress is not gonna be that color. I was thinking, like I said, I was gonna have maybe brown hair because she's got grass behind her, right? Grass is green, generally. So I was thinking giving her like a very sort of orangey sort of color palette. Orangey brownie. I might give it like a green dress or a green apron or something. I'm thinking very orangey brownie. And then I was considering giving her like white streaks in her hair, kind of thing. Like, oh god. More saturated. Watch me just go, oh yeah, nah, but more saturated 10 times. It's a bit dark. That's too orange. It's too brown. I think that's alright. Okay. There we go. Here. And I've been doing that on the line layer. Don't do that. That's better. Cool. Basic hair color. Now the basket is also brown, so the same hue. Oh, that's a thingy. That can be green. And make this color same green. Same green. Oh my god. English. Any language actually would be nice. They're really dark brown eyes. Aw, she's pretty. Okay, and then I think I make this more like up here. Kappa? Maybe? No. Definitely not. Okay, maybe I'll give her a pink dress. Pink, green, and orange. That's... I do it up here. Or up like this color. And then we get the green is up here. And then the pink. Oh, blue. Blue would look nice. I was thinking like in here. Somewhere. Does that sound like sort of like that? It's like Actually that's quite a nice yellow. Slightly warmer. Yeah, maybe a yellow dress. It's a very yellow dress. Oh, the green, I'll put that there. Yellow. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, and then somewhere in here. Our cowbells are usually like not not this color. Whoopsies. But I kind of need it to match the color palette a little bit. So I like saturation is what I'm trying to say. I like things being really saturated generally. So I tend to get a little bit obnoxious with my color choices. I'm just like, oh, this thing's usually like brown or black or something, like neutral. I'm like, nah, it's orange now. That's still brown, but it's a much brighter brown than usually are. And then I was thinking, giving him like a sort of sagey greeny apron. Maybe? That's a bit toned down. I kind of like that actually. Maybe I'll make a pastel. Maybe I'll go against my natural and give it like a pastel-ish. As far as I can go with pastel, at least. Colour palette. This will be bleeding a lot. Hang on. Just put that 0. So it's not bleeding out of the slinger too much. Whoopsies. Whoop. Right, got it. Figured it out. I feel like maybe that could be white. Never use true white. Ever. That's not true. Use true white for like shine. Shine is good. It's just for Okay, now I say never. I just watch me go back on that. I'm just like, wait. Actually, you can use true white. It's just a bit you know, use it sparingly kind of thing. Because it can look a little bit harsh. I think that's good. Nope. The layers. Same with black. You don't really want it to be actually like true black. You want to have like off black. Because if it's true black, again, it looks a little bit strange. And I find that if you get true black and then you put it next to like a blue black or a purple black, it's like the purple or blue black end up looking darker somehow. And I have no idea how, but it does. So I find that sort of avoiding that. Yeah, avoiding the true black ends up making it look richer. Oh, this cow's so cute. Maybe make the nose darker. This cow nose is usually quite. Oh, I'll figure that out in a bit. Yellow. Cool. And then skin color. I want it to be kind of tan. Not super tan. Just like, again, kind of pastel tan. Does that make sense? Does that work? I don't know. Oh, put freckles back on. To be fair, I've had 10 years of experience. So like, 10 or so. I mean, I was 14 10 years ago. So I mean, you know, it's not like I've been a pro artist for 10 years. But I've been drawing for a long time, and I have been sort of trying to be fast. I like being fast, basically. That's alright. And it's okay to be a little bit slower. You get there. Time and practice. Yeah. That's what she looks like. Her eyeballs are, in fact, skin colour. I'm not going to change that. Why would I change that? I'll fix it in a bit. I just want to quick check the... That's not too bad. The cowl's colour is a little bit off. But I think... I'll be right. Okay. Let's give it eyes. See, eyes is something that it's like, you kind of do want to make it like really close to true white. Because our brains kind of naturally edit them to be whiter than they are. Like if you actually look at people's eyes, generally they look kind of blue or grey. If you really look at them, if you colour pick them, they look kind of blue or grey. What I usually do is I'll just make them like you can see right up here that you know, like there's still a little bit of room before it's like true white. And then I'll just choose whichever colours like I know is going to be in the environment a lot, because then it won't stand out as being a different colour. Because it's just basically it's the white reflecting the color of the environment. To get all, you know, scientific-y. Because like if you go somewhere, if you go to a completely green room or a completely orange room, like there's some bathrooms at like a cinema that I've been to before that's like one of the bathrooms is like bright orange and the other's like bright green. Your eyeballs are not going to look, you know, white. You know, they're not going to look white. They're not going to look blue. They're going to look orange or green because that's what is in the environment. So I sort of, you know, when you're choosing the color for eyes, it's just be wary of what's in the environment and try not to use that pure white unless you're doing something like very, very stylized, you know, like some people are just like, some people, I know them, Lavender Town on YouTube, I think most of the skin color for her characters are just she doesn't even color it in, like she just leaves it completely white, and that's perfectly fine. Like, you know, if it's part of your style, if it's a conscious choice, even if it's not a conscious choice, but you just really like the look and you're like, yeah, I'll do that next time as well, that's all good. But generally, if you're drawing like photorealism or like the way that I end up lighting my characters has a bit more of that sort of real feel to it, you want to be aware of the environment when you're doing the character and all of the colors and everything. What I do end up doing though a lot is, you'll see this later, probably not in this stream, next stream, I throw a whole, well maybe not next stream, we'll see. I throw a whole bunch of effects on top and they all end up being completely different colours to what they were originally anyway. Because I like to really integrate the characters into the environment. Yeah, she looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I don't generally draw, I tend to draw a lot of very, very pale characters. It's nice drawing someone with a little bit, you know, slightly tan. I should draw, I know that lighting, people with like really quite dark skin, I know that like the lighting effects and everything, like the way that, you know, like the shine and everything does react differently. So at some point I'd really like to do a study of like darker skin. Because it's really interesting. The differences in lighting. And then what I do frequently for like lips and stuff is I basically just take the skin tone and then just make it like pinker. Maybe I'll give it like this color. I don't know. I'm just gonna draw some like really silly lips. I'll fix them in a minute. They're not even that silly. They're not bad. And then I also, so it'll be the lip color and then the okay, how do I describe this? So eyes, right? Hang on, let's draw a more realistic eye. Something like this. So this is an eye. And the thing with eyes is that wow, those eyelashes are really realistic. There's like this little bit in here, and that's not the, it's not the tear duct. Like the tear duct, if I draw the eye like really close up angle, this, like if this is the eye here, excuse me, eye, whoopsies. Alright, like if this is the eye, super duper close up, the tear duct is like in here, it's just a tiny little hole like inside that, whereas this bit is something else. But then if you look at like makeup tutorials and stuff, like they refer to this bit as the inner eye. So like, what do you call this? I genuinely have no idea what this little teeny fleshy bit within the eye is called, but I call it the gwibble. So that's G-W-I-B-B-L-E, the gwibble. I've called it that since I was a child, and since I don't know the name, it's staying. I colour that the same colour as the lips because it keeps things a little bit consistent. So there you go. I actually kind of like that colour. I kind of like the brown. This sort of more brown. Let's see. Oopsies. So I've just pulled up the hue saturation luminosity, but it doesn't show up for some reason when I'm doing the Clip Studio. But you should be able to see what I'm doing. The just messing around. Yeah, I think it's slightly pinker. That. Cool. And then let's fix these lips because they're a bit they're a little like wobbly. See how different the color is? So I messed around with the hue saturation. The shortcut for that on Photoshop and Clip Studio and Medibang is Control U, by the way. But you can access it through, I think, like layer adjustments or something. Oh my god, I've got no idea. I've never had to access it through the like through the thing for Clip Studio because this is a habit I built up when I was using Photoshop, and then you pop over into Clip Studio and it's like, oh cool, that shortcut works the same, and you don't bother looking up where it is up here. It'll be up there somewhere. I just don't know how to get there. But Control U or yeah, Control U. Command, is that what Apple? Is it Command or something? I don't know. I think I've got something different. But it's Control or Control equivalent. Here we go. Oh, color. Then, yeah, when it comes to coloring though, it's like this character still looks very flat. Like it looks a bit better now that she's not grey, you know, like the difference. But she still looks rather flat. And kind of dead. So generally what I do, that's what this layer is I make a freckles go away again. And then I'm selecting only on this layer. Let the lines go away. Selects the skin. I'm not going to do it now because, actually I might do it now. Just because I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this. And I kind of want to, you know, show and tell. But what I do is I'll just go through with a soft brush and add like little bits of pink everywhere. A lot of people do this, honestly. I'll do it nice later. Like, this is not an original concept. I came up with it from somewhere else. And then because she is, presumably, in the sun a lot, you know, she's a cow. She's a cow girl. Just insulting the character. Add like a little bit more into other places that you wouldn't necessarily usually add blush. Because that's where, you know, it's the sun-kissed look. That's actually where bronze is supposed to go, is where the sun hits. Apparently. But, yeah, and then you can see, she looks a bit more lifelike, and this is before shading. And before colouring the lines, which I might get done. We'll see. Right now, though, I'm about to destroy everyone's eyes. This time with blue. So you see a lot with film. If you look at the behind the scenes for films, you see the green screen or the blue screen. They use blue screen. Hang on. So usually they use green screen, but they use blue screen when there's a lot of green in the environment, a lot of green in the scene. So what I do is I use this horrible vibrant green, blue, or green, depending on what's in the thing. I put it behind the character, and then it makes it a lot easier to see, you know, where I've missed filling in or where there should be somewhere it hasn't filled in properly. Like here's a little spot, like there's just a pixel in there that it didn't fill in properly because it's in a corner. It makes it just way easier just to clean that stuff up. And it's like a lot of the stuff you don't notice like really at all, but there's like a small part of you that notices. And I actually do this in a lot of anime. Like I really like this anime called Boogie Pop and Others, and it's a beautiful show, absolutely stunning, except that they don't properly fill in their characters sometimes, so there's like this sort of like strange effect around the lines, and if you know it then you know it, but it's hard to describe. And it's kind of distracting because it's like I think that show's so pretty, and I really love it. But I just see it like you can see it up here. Hang on, I'm just gonna zoom in like really close. You can see there's like see that like sort of halo around the line. It's like that, and you just need to draw in because basically the lines that they're using is that they're not like perfectly crisp. Like they'll fade a little bit like into the thing, so you just need to like fill it in. Obviously when you're doing animation maybe not your top priority, but like when doing this sort of thing, oh, that's too close. It is nice. And sometimes what I'll do as well, which I'll probably do right now, is I turn off the lines and just see, because there's a lot of gaps in here that you wouldn't necessarily notice. But just because you don't notice it doesn't mean that you don't like notice it. Well, that's gonna sound strange. But what I mean is that like you might notice that something's wrong, but you might not be able to figure out what it is. And sometimes that can be it. I was gonna give her white bits in her hair, wasn't I? I'll figure it out later. Once this is shaded, I can just select it. Add some streaks, maybe? Oh no, maybe that's a bit Anna from Frozen. We'll see. Some white patches might be nice. On the other hand, she could be like a Highland cow. Oh, so cute and fluffy. So maybe she's a Highland cow. In which case, she wouldn't have any white streaks. She'd be gingerer than this though. More ginger. She would be more ginger. Oh, I missed a spot for colour. Yeah, I missed a few spots. What's it doing? Nothing? Cool. And I haven't coloured that. I'll just make it the same colour as this shirt. A dress, I should say. This is always a bit tedious. It's, okay. If I had to choose between doing this or drawing hands, I would rather do this, but, man, I should have named the stream, I hate hands. But, maybe I will when it's pod. Like, this is tedious, but at least it's not frustrating, it's just time consuming. Just fixing everything. Of course, sometimes I don't have the, if you check your paint bucket tools, yeah, if you check the paint bucket and make sure that it's, you know, it expands the right amount, then you don't have too much cleanup to do, but there's still gonna be some, like look at that, unacceptable. I think I'm just mostly being pedantic though. This is really not necessary. I know there's plenty of artists, I've seen them, their stuff and I'm like, oh I bet. But it's fine. Most people don't notice it. I just notice it and it bothers me, so I can't leave my art like that. I gotta fix all that later. I'm gonna fix that with the line, I think. With the lines on. That's the wrong colour. And that cow needs to change colour a bit as well, I think, this one. I don't want to. I'll figure it out. I may have just made something I need to clean up later. Oh well. Okay, line's back on. What's the time? It's 8:34. So, because I didn't get much sleep yesterday, I decided, I was just like, last night I should say, I decided I'm just maxing the stream. I'm just like, I'm not going past 2 hours. Because I'm going to get a really early night and try and catch up on some sleep. I've still got 25 minutes left, but yeah. so I should probably tell you. I'm gonna try and get as much done as I can though. I want to get it up to, if I can, I want to get the lines colored as well, because then next time it's just the background and the lighting. I have a tendency, if any of you have seen any of my speed paints, I have a tendency to draw like a really rough lighting, because I don't draw all in one setting. Like sometimes I do, but frequently I don't. So what I do is, if I know I'm going to be doing lighting next time, I'm like, cool, ready to do lighting. I'll draw like really, really, really rough lighting on. And that's why I do that. It's just so that I know exactly what I was thinking, like, oh yeah, I want it to be like this the next time. Because sometimes I'll leave it, shamefully, sometimes I'll leave it like months. And then I'll come back to a drawing and I'm like, wait, what was I doing? So it's just better sometimes just to like make an absolute mess just to make sure that the lighting's right, but I know it's daytime, I know she's outside, so I don't think I really need to with this, but for example, I know I keep on talking about penguin drawings just because it's the last drawing I finish. But for that one I left it and I was just like, I really want a really harsh light coming from above, because in the Tim Burton film, was it Tim Burton? Oh my god, yes? I think so. Oh my god, I don't know. But in Batman Returns, there were a couple moments, like most of the lighting in that wasn't that spectacular. The set design was amazing, but like the lighting was it was a little flat. That's fine though. Not every film needs to have the most like crazy lighting. You know, not every film needs to look like is it John Wick during the scene where he's like going through the club? That scene's got pretty good lighting. Yeah. Not every scene needs to have amazing lighting. Not every film either. But that film, it did have a couple moments where it was like this light shining through, like down, and I was just like, oh man, it's pretty like menacing. I don't know, the penguins just, I quite liked him in the new film, because I watched the new film. And I will not be going to that cinema again, oh my god. Extortionate prices. Oh, this is supposed to be yellow. Like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It was like 60 New Zealand dollars. Okay. It was like $60 for 2 people. And I went and saw it again. Because I had 2 people that wanted to see it with me, so because I'm a pretty big Batman fan. I'm not a massive fan, I haven't really read the comics or anything, but I like the movies. I watched a lot of the animated shows growing up, so there's a soft spot for him in my heart. Like I love the what is it, Batman and Robin film. Absolutely cheesy, like as all hell, but I adore it. So I went to see it with 2 people, and the first time I went, it was $60 for two tickets, and then the second time I went, it was $34 for 2 tickets, and I'm like, it was within a few days of each other, so nothing had really changed, but yeah, I'm not going to that cinema again. I refuse. I want the smoker. Oh, it's cute. Okay. Yeah. I feel like there was somewhere I was going with that, and then I lost track. Oh yeah, the penguin in the new film was pretty good. It's I can't remember the actor who played it, but he looked nothing like him, and he's Irish. That's all I know. He did a really, really good job, but he looked nothing like himself. I'd say that looks pretty good. Yay! Now we can add that back. Something else I do. Usually, not all the time, I do the lip colour the same as the nail colour. Because they're not that different, and it's nice to have the consistency within the colours. And then it's just a matter of, does she have painted nails, or does she have natural nails? And I think in this case, it's natural nails. Ta-da! She doesn't have many nails showing off. Adding nails is actually really good for helping your fingers look like fingers. Amazingly. Well, it's not just to make them look more like fingers, but it helps like the orientation of the fingers. The angle. Here we go. Now I can actually do this properly. This is when the handy delete button comes in. I like having the freckles on. There we go. Yeah, I think I should have the lines. I don't blame you for moving on from Photoshop. Oh, you're using Photoshop. Yeah. Yeah, it had problems. A lot of problems. I swear it used to be better performing in past releases. Yeah, I've used CS6 and CC, I think, the most. And honestly, like, because for some reason my mother's computer has like CS5 or something, and I use that sometimes, and I'm like, it doesn't have as many features, but somehow it worked better than CC when I was using CC. I don't know, like, I guess probably a part of it is that because there weren't as many features, it runs a little bit nicer, but at the same time, it's like, guys, how many millions of dollars does your company earn? Like, you can't fix a couple problems? That are really, really like they're problems, you know? Like, they're super noticeable problems. And a fair amount of people I know have swapped onto different programs because of them. So you'd think that Photoshop would, you know, at least try and sort them out. It doesn't seem like they have been. Because I used CC for a while before I just got fed up and was like, you know, this Code Studio Paint program looks pretty good. And you know what? I don't regret it. It's also not a subscription. Code Studio is a subscription. I don't like subscriptions. But, okay, no, subscriptions are fine for some things. Like a Netflix subscription or Spotify subscription, that doesn't feel weird, but something about, like, paying for Photoshop every month is just, doesn't feel quite right. It's just, like, the amount of, like, thousands of dollars for that. And it's not like they get that much new content per patch or anything. So it just seems like way too much. Wow, that feels a bit strong. But that's what the soft erase is for. Cool. Now, I have a tendency to... I'm gonna turn our lips off. I need to fix the lips a bit, I think. But when doing the cheeks, what? Oh, I see. I'll select the face and then like just the face, and deselect like half of it. Oh, actually, I'll do the cheek and turn it upside down. Because the nose needs a little bit of blush. Both of the cheeks. There you go. But you don't want it to be like bleeding into each other too much. And you also, you know, because blush is how it naturally occurs, right? It's quite low on the cheeks. Oopsies. It's quite low on the cheeks. At least for me. Some people probably get it quite high. But usually people kind of want to put it up high to make it look more, you know, like your cheeks are a little higher. So, yeah. I generally do a lot of blush though. I like blush. For my characters, at least. Ah. Oops. Okay, now I need to not have that selected either. I don't need her eyeballs. I do it frequently. I forget to deselect her eyeballs, and then it's just like, oh, nice. There's blush in her eye. Like, here's blush in your eye. I think that's a line from Guild Wars. Alright, stuck in my head. Meow. And then there's a little bit of, it's a little interesting in some places, but that's okay. That's okay. You can fix it. Just the blur tool actually in Clip Studio versus Photoshop. Blur tool in Clip Studio is really nice. Blush wouldn't go up this high, and also wouldn't go in here. Have a tendency to sort of erase, wouldn't go in there, and then just sort of blur it out again so it's not super noticeable that it's there. But it just makes it look a little more natural. Ta-da! I still need to do the sound. That. And then a lot of deselection. Because I only really like having a little bit of blush on the ends of the fingers. It's at least what I've noticed being super pale. The ends of my fingers are almost permanently pink. And they actually will go purple, like when I'm cold, they'll just go purple. And like my nails will go purple and stuff, and I've had people look at me and be like, oh my god, are you okay? Your nails are purple. And I'm like, yeah, no, they just do that when I'm cold. You know, like extreme concern. I'm like, thanks, but like, they're fine. I'll do a little bit in here, I think, actually. This hand still looks a bit interesting. That's okay. Next hand I do in this position will be better, I'm sure. Make sure that's the line's not quite perfectly. It's not perfect. It's a bit better. I think the hair back here isn't good either. There we go. I'm sure I'll notice other little bits that I've missed when I'm colouring the lines, because that's always the way. You're like, yay, I've done this bit, and then you're like colouring lines, and you're like, I missed a whole bunch. It's great. There you go. It's pretty nice. I think the actually I kind of like that. I like how soft it is. So I've just used the lock transparent pixels just up here. It means that you can draw like on top of things and it won't affect anything else. It only changes the colors of that area, which is very handy. It's especially handy when you, like me, want to colour all of your lines, and it's very time consuming. Like, how you do it, if you don't have something which has this pixel lock, which most programs I think do, is you make a clipping layer like this. So if I do this, and then let's grab obnoxious green, like that. I click this button here, it's clipping mask. Some programs it's right click, create clipping mask. But not here, I don't think. Probably. But that's basically what the locking pixels is doing, really. But it's handy. It's very nice. It's a nice quality of life thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna. Ooh. Okay, I'm running up 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna try and get as many lines as I can done, and I'll think about if I want to change her hair color or not. I probably want to change at least the inner ear to be a little bit more noticeably different. But for now, I just want to try and get as many of these lines colored, because it really does add a lot. Like, even just changing the pupil, because I have a tendency to do my lines, and this is actually this pink here. It's dark. Ooh, I missed the skin. I have a tendency to No, that's not what I was saying. This pink color, pinky purpley, no, I don't even know how to describe a color. That's the color that I actually do my shadows on. So next time, or even, oh no, I don't have time today, but yeah, next time, you'll see, it'll be the same color, but it's on, I said it's multiply and then I put it to 30%. It's almost always 30% at first, at least. And then when I have done, what's it called? Yeah, then when I'm like actually properly doing the lighting and everything, and I'll you know, mess around with it and make sure that it's like, it looks good, basically, so it's the right, oh, am I on the wrong thing again? Oh my god, I keep doing that. This is not dark enough anyway. I make sure that it's, you know, appropriate for the lighting in the scene, but to start off with, I almost always just make it, something else just does not look right. I almost always start off with it being, that's better, 30%. It's just a nice easy number to make it go, oh yep, shadows. So for the lines, I do like to colour them. I like to colour them a lot. And for the skin lines, this is actually something that I do pretty much the opposite on, in, you guessed it, the pink one drawing. But usually I'll make it the same colour as the lips, because the lips I make slightly pinker. So then if you put it on the skin, it makes the skin look a little bit more vibrant in general. But if you make it grayer, then it can make your character look kind of dead, which is also a pretty cool effect. Like for example, with my penguin drawing, I did it sort of I did purposely make it like slightly grey, because it meant that, you know, he kind of has this weird blue undertone look to his skin in the film, and I wanted to try and like replicate that, and the best way to do that honestly is just to make the lines look a bit dull, because it just makes all of the skin look more dull. Yeah, I need to clean up some of this colour. Hopefully it doesn't affect the blush. I really should have waited until after doing the lines before I did the blush, but you know, whoops. Hopefully any problems that I come across later on because of that, it will be able to be just buffed out with the blur tool. That'll be nice. I don't want to have to redo it. I think that's most of the skin line stuff. It's just this one. Yeah. And then obviously when you're colouring lines, it doesn't actually matter if you go over the lines, because you still got to colour those lines. It sounds a bit silly, but I used to sort of not remember that, and I'll be like, oh, I've got to make sure this is right, and I'm like, wait, I'm re-colouring that. What am I doing? If I just get messy, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, usually when it comes to colouring anything though, like I said before, you know, you go more vibrant. With skin specifically, I go slightly pink, generally, but with like all of the colours, I tend to sort of grab the colour and then go diagonally down. So it's a darker value and then a more saturated. So darker value, more saturated, and that's the colour that I use for lines, because it makes the colour pop. But sometimes, you know, sometimes I don't. I don't know, should I go pink? Should I go pink? No, white. White. Usually, there's a lot of usuallys today. I'll also make the eyelashes. For some reason I decided, I just clicked, I was like, yeah, the hair colour, and I'm like, no, usually I do the eyelashes the same colour as the hair lines, but I actually kind of like how like soft they look. It's nice, so I think I'm gonna leave it. Happy accidents. I'd probably do that with someone who's blonde characters. I'd give their eyelashes the same colour as their hair colour instead of the lines. If I wanted that sort of like really like, look how blonde this character's kind of look. The you know, like very, very like platinum blonde. I don't think I've drawn anyone with like white or platinum blonde hair before. At least not finished a drawing. Technically, I guess if you're sketching, all of your characters will have platinum blonde hair, unless you shade it. Or pull out some colouring pencils. Or markers or paints or anything, but... Or you're using different coloured paper. Once my mum, I was like, oh mum, I really need a sketchbook. My one's almost full or something, you know. And she got me a sketchbook and I'm like, yay, sketchbook! And then I opened it up and I gave her this look like, what is this? Half the pages were black and I'm like, you bought me half a sketchbook. I sort of, like me and my friends pulled out some white colouring pencils and sort of tried to do what we could, but most of the pages in that book, the black ones, it's like, we didn't use them. Because, you know, it's not as fun, for me at least, drawing with white coloured pencils, like coloured pencils in general. I draw with mechanical pencil. I have this mechanical pencil. So like, usually I draw with this. And I've been using this since probably after I had that sketchbook. But I've been drawing with mechanical pencils like forever. I just like how consistent they are. But there's got to be like at least one traditional artist out there who's just like, oh god, she's one of them. With their like proper artist grips and stuff, you know. Mad respect. I hold pencils horribly. Like, I rest it. You're supposed to rest it, I think, on your middle finger. I rest it on my ring finger. At least I don't hold them. I actually knew someone who held pencils like this, and I had no idea that pens and pencils just like. I had no idea how they wrote so neat, but their handwriting was so neat. I'm like, what the? But you're. It confused the heck out of me. Especially because it would be like, she's in the same class as me, we'd be writing like massive essays. It's like. Really fast too! It was fascinating. That's probably not even the colour I'm going to do it. It's probably not either, so I need to not do that then. Let's do the yellow. So if I grab this, and if I just go downwards, see what I mean? Actually, see how like dull that makes the yellow? Whereas if I take the yellow, I pull it down, and maybe even saturate a bit more. Yellow's a bit of an oil colour. See, it looks a bit brighter. What I'm actually going to do with this yellow is I'm going to pull it down a little bit. A little orange, because yellow is a strange colour. There. Just a little bit. But like, this, even though it's the same hue and everything, but it kind of looks almost greenish, but with this it makes it look a lot more yellow. I'm going to pull it down even further, make it even oranger, because she has all that lovely orangey brown colour in her hair, and it'll tie it all in nicer. Yeah, so I'm going to use this colour. And you can see next to this sort of, the one where it's just going down, it's like completely different vibes. And I forgot to colour in her boob. I'll try and remember. Ooh, I could do it now. No, I'll try and remember. I don't like soften colours because you have to select them. Well, you don't have to. If I kept a nice track of which colours I was using and everything, then I wouldn't have to, but I don't. So I have to colour pick from the drawing, from the lines, and that can be a bit messy sometimes. Like I said before with the whole, the strange halo that lines have, that can affect your colour picking. So it's not great to do that. It's not the end of the world. Like, you might just have slightly naff colours, but it won't be super noticeably naff. It'll just be like the tiniest little bit off. But you can notice it if you really zoom in quick. I don't know who would be doing that. Just like, yes, let's make sure that's the colour that she colour picked earlier is exactly right. I don't know who would be doing that. You never know, someone with super duper keen eyes might just pick it out. Oop, that's the alarm. Telling me to get off. I really want to finish this, so I'm just going to finish just colouring the lines. Nothing more though. I'm already getting more of my time than I was supposed to. But I really want to finish this. I'm in a groove. And I'm really not too far off from finishing, so. Finish this real quick. And I'll have to be good night. It's kind of sad. It's like I get into the groove of the whole obviously I'm very new to streaming, this is my second stream, but you know, you get into the groove of it and it's like, oh, I don't want to stop now. I'm enjoying myself. That's just drawing though. I love drawing, so love art, but yeah, it's a bit sad. I'm like, oh, I want to keep going. I might make these flowers slightly pinker, so like pink and yellow, like this colour in here. I might make like all of the lines in here that colour, but we'll see. We will see. Now let's fix her boob. Yeah, so when you're colour picking though from your drawing, unless you're doing like really painterly style, and you know, your colours are going all over the place, you want to aim for like the cleanest, widest part to colour pick from, because otherwise it's a bit of a mess. Something else when you're doing lines like this, if you can, again, this is my own experience and everything, but I like to pick colours from other places within the drawing. So for example, I just grabbed this colour in here for the bell, for the lines of the bell, just because it keeps things a bit cleaner, except in here. That's less clean. It's okay though. It just makes all of the colours like match together really nicely when you're zoomed out and you're looking at it, you're like, oh wow, okay. And it's matched up quite nicely, except yeah, that's wrong. I'll fix that. If I'm gonna do a cheeky fix, I'm not gonna fix it properly. Just finish off this line. I'm gonna do a cheeky fix on this as well. So I'm just gonna colour that colour. This colour's also laid over wrong. Let's grab soft, make it small. Just gonna like blend that in a little bit so it's still got that edge, but they're clearly, you know, similar colours, but you can still tell the difference. And then with this one, I'm just gonna go into colours and I'm just gonna draw it up and fix that without having to draw more lines or anything. Because, you know, no one's gonna know. See? You can't tell. So what do I have left? I've just got the green, I think, and the horn, which is the same colour as this bell, so. That's a different colour, so maybe if I do the bell colour. That looks right. Whoop. Handy dandy Control Z. Here's a new colour. This is pattern. It's gonna go wild, but I'm not going to. Slightly different. I might make that more orange actually. Maybe this colour? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, the green. Getting towards the end here. For today at least. Ah, now I need to remember that the eyeball, her right eyeball, protrudes from her face a little bit. Which means that needs to be coloured a nice white line. I only remember that because I'm going to do this in a second. So I need to remember that. Some colour. Maybe I'll make those the same. Kind of makes it look like it's a part of it. I'm gonna flip flop on those. I'm sure. It'll be like next time I'll come on, I'll be like, actually, I hate what I did. I'm gonna redo it. But that's life. And you never know. Maybe I would have just picked the right one. I wouldn't even notice. Ugh, I'm punching again. Make it like, if I take this lovely pink color and then just make it like a little bit lighter. Ooh, no, that's horrible. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just make it orange. Oops. Make it light up, but I don't want to make it too light. I think that'll look better. Lights. This looks a bit like a Highland cow. A little bit. Not much though. Okay, now I just need to quickly go over the colours, double check all of them. I need to fix the lines over there. And then that'll be it. It's always something, always something. I'm sure next time I'll come back and I'll be like, wait. That's okay though. Ah! Lines. Fix. See, it's important to go over and double check the work that you've done. I turned her lips off because I turn like all of the sort of skin effects off just to make sure that I don't accidentally colour select the blush or anything while I'm doing this sort of thing. It's hard. Okay. Oop. What? Oh. Color set the wrong color. I dropped to the wrong color. I don't know how the correct way to say that is. Guess it doesn't really matter. As long as the point comes across, right? So, yeah, I'm guessing. Oopsies. that I'm not going to have to deal with changing the blush. I think it looks pretty good. So there we go. And turn off that horrible blue. And look at her. Yay, she's pretty. So yeah, that's it for tonight. It's only went 18 minutes past what I should have. That's okay. So yeah, you've all been really lovely. I need to, ooh, hang on, how do I do this? I'll swap onto Stream Desktop and then pull up Twitch. Not that Twitch. Oopsies. This Twitch. Okay, let's find someone to do the thing to. Oh, that's where I just go. Where else? Art. Live. Oh, I was watching them just see yesterday. Should we rate them? See if we've got that open. So it's cute. K-Jot? I don't know how to say that. Okay, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Great. And then... Cool, the raid has been created. So you have all been absolutely lovely to draw for, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Thursday, I think, will be the next time. And hopefully I'll get to see you all there. So enjoy. Don't know how to say the name. I quite liked their stream yesterday though when I was watching. So hopefully you will too. Have a great night. Have a great night.
Good. Let's see. Oh, what? Oh, that wasn't the raid today. Jesus Christ. Oxcon, thank you so much for the follow and the raid. Thank you so much for thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. How's it going? Hi, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, mate? Is any of my mods here? I don't think so. Mods, hi, hello. I spoke in Gen. All right, that'll make it honestly easier for me to find. There you go. All right, let me message and let me just find that. But thank you. Thank you so much for the follow as well.